Can we bring up Chase to Myq?
Oh.
I don't know if he remembers Chase. Do you remember Chase? It's a tough one. He has one. Can we do this while he looks it up? Because why not? Can we do? That's our new way of greeting each other.
That's how we greet each other now. Because that's he's the snob who Emily and Richard try to set Lorelei up with. And he's so over the top snobbish. And at one point in dinner, or at the end of dinner, he's like, "Shall we adjourn to the living room, Lorelei?"
Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
And it's so, I just got chills because I'm so grossed out and I need to shower after doing that. But the hand coming across the table is amazing to me.
Well, so there's some response from our audience about us talking about it, because there was a whole thing about, hey, Emily, why would you hook up this guy with Lorelei? What are you thinking? And let's see, Mad Mel is saying Emily was never thinking about Lorelei when she introduced that man. She never cared to know Lorelei. She introduced him to her daughter, who unfortunately, to the scheme of things, happens to be Lorelei. Well said. Well
That's
said.
interesting.
You want to hear when I did my brief search? Here's it from the AI overview of Gilmore Girls Chase. The character, Chase, is an actuary and family friend of Emily, frequently cited as one of the most boring blind dates Lorelei endured. Yeah. The scene during the dinner, Lorelei makes jokes that go over his head, while Richard and Emily are amused by his boring nature.
Well, that's also incorrect. First of all, Richard was surprised. Emily surprised Richard also that they even would have a guest. And Richard was rolling his eyes.
Yeah, Richard was not into it.
This was Emily. Oh my God, Chase, tell me more. It's fascinating.
Ha ha ha.
And Richard was like,
I think that's Emily being a good hostess.
She was just like, she wanted to be on the date. That was like, she was living vicariously. Man, the grandparents, Emily and Richard, are like, they're the best. They're like,
they're
best. So fun to watch. They're like, man, they do such a good job of making you feel.
You did the thing too, where you call Emily and Richard the grandparents. I call them the parents. I think this is so interesting. It's so interesting to me.
I identify with Rory.
I identify with Lorelei. That's so funny.
It's so funny. I mean, it's interesting because I didn't watch the show. Like, if I watched the show when it came out, then I would have been closer. Like, I am closer to the actor's age who plays Rory. But also, like, if you're going to say they're the parents, so you say they're the parents and Rory is the daughter?
I say Rory's the kid.
Rory's the kid.
So I go, Lorelei, the main character, and then the parents, and then the kid.
That is a really fascinating thing.
And I think Hemda watched it in real time in 2000, 2001 when it came out. So you would have been closer.
The grandparents, yeah.
Well, see, I identify with Lane Kim.
Right.
So this is a whole, separate family. These are the Americans next door sort of thing to me. So I identify with who they are to each other, Yeah. So the grandparents are the grandparents. You can't mistake them for Lorelei. When you say parents, I feel like that could be
so
Lorelei
funny. It's so, but in my head, like I identify Emily as my mom because she is my mom's age, and like my mom would have dinner parties like Emily has dinner parties. I mean, she's not as
my parents had dinners also but it was like more ethnic, I think. It was like 30 people sitting at a table, 3 different kinds of rice. I remember having one Thanksgiving and I'm like, we do Thanksgiving? Like, I didn't.
This is a thing.
That's interesting. And we had, the whole family come over, whoever was in New York, which is about like 30 people. And I think like we had a turkey, but everything else was Persian. So
I love it.
Like, is anyone going to touch the turkey? I hadn't really understood that there's Thanksgiving food because no one ever made what's the really sweet the sweet potato with the marshmallows. I was like, I thought you guys were kidding.
No, that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.